3, 2, 1. Happy to have Ganges River Band in the Roadhouse.
Perfume letters of an earlier time, memories of ladies now lay far behind. Too many lovers makes the heart go blind. Oh, I should've known better. I was so foolish and I chased the sun. Young once and fine, now my days are done. Too many lovers makes you on the run. Oh, I should've known better. Well, I tried too hard, I spoke too soon. Oh, I got too drunk and I shot the moon. All the while, oh, I'd look at you and you'd say, oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better. Well, baby, yes, I do. Oh, darling, now I do. I jumped from rooftops both far and wide. I stole their kisses and I robbed them blind, leaving lovers in a bed of lies. Oh, I should've known better. I was a lion tamer long ago, a veteran in the art of fooling ghosts, much too lonely for their hearts to know. Oh, I should've known better. Well, I tried too hard, I spoke too soon. Oh, I got too drunk and I shot the moon. All the while, oh, I'd look at you and you'd say, oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better. Well, baby, yes, I do. Oh, darling, now I do. Now an old man and nothing more, much too tired, oh, to even scores. My wife, she left me back in 94. Oh, I should've known better. And as I sit within this shallow grave, looking for answers, oh, I should've saved just out of heaven's reach, amazing grace. Oh, I should've known better. Tried too hard, I spoke too soon. Oh, I got too drunk and I shot the moon. All the while, oh, I'd look at you and you'd say, oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better. Well, baby, yes, I do. Oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better, baby. Oh, you should've known better. Well, baby, yes, I do. Oh, darling, now I do. Oh, darling, now I do. Keep on looking for you, and I'd search this world over to see you again. Oh, I would. Oh, I am your man. comfort comes from the love that you've given. And I'd work a lifetime just to give you back that feeling. Oh, I would. Oh, I am your man. So don't forget me. My blood still flows because of you. So hold on to that memory, you know I do. And you know I am your man. So don't let your heart turn cold, and I won't let the sorrow do to you what it's done to me. Oh, can't you see, baby, it's me. I am your man. I am your man. I am your
Ganges River Band with the fabulous songs of A.P. Dugas. Great to have you guys here from the playing from your latest, actually your debut self-titled record. It's a great record.
Thank you.
Yeah, with that, I guess that's kind of like the hit single, "I'm Your Man."
That was the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and what was that first song?
The first song is called "Shoulda Known Better." It's by an artist from Austin, Texas, called "Possessed by Paul James."
Yeah, I don't know that artist at all.
Just check him out.
Yeah. From Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, AP, you're quite a songwriter. I got to tell you, it's a great record. There's so many songs on there that I like, and it's pretty impressive recording, I think, for someone to just throw out there as their debut. Have you had experience in the studio and recording in the past?
A little bit, yeah, but nothing that I'm proud of.
Yeah. It just has a great sound to it, where it's pretty much perfectly arranged, and, you know, from a person that hears a lot of records, you can kind of hear the subtleties and nuances of a record that's of traditional music that just sounds right.
Cool. Yeah, we recorded with Gary Reynolds at Electro Kitty Studios, and he really wanted to make a organic sounding album, so we did our best to record a lot of live takes.
Yeah, you nailed it. Now you're from Houston, Texas,
mm-hmm.
and you're recently new to Seattle.
Well, I've been here a little over 3 years.
Yeah, still kind of new.
Yeah.
How'd that whole thing work out? What made you choose this part of the country?
Just wanted to try something new. You know, I grew up in Texas and didn't really live many other places, so I wanted to try something new, see if I could start playing music in a new city without any idea of what I was getting into. I really didn't know what the music scene was like here, to be honest with you. I thought we were going to move up here and start the only country band in town. So,
mm-hmm.
But we met, people like Dave and and all the other great bands in Ballard, and it just worked out. So
yeah. So what did you? What was your expectation that actually proved to be true, and then what was surprising to you besides there is a bit of a country scene here?
I mean, I just heard that the garage rock and psych rock scenes were, big here, and I'm into that. But, we thought we were going to come up here and do like a weekly thing where we play 3 hours a night, and we'd be the only band, so there'd be no competition or anything. But it turns out there's lots of great bands in this area. So, but, we were definitely welcomed into the scene pretty quick. So it's been good.
I think maybe part of the success of the record is, you're a Southern person, you're a Texas kid, and I think that kind of comes out. I think there's something to be said about people from that part of the world that can make a proper country record. Am I crazy?
Well, I hope so. I hope there's some authenticity there. I mean, I grew up on rock and roll mostly, and then got into punk and a bunch of other stuff, but I don't know, maybe my, being born from Texas has something to do with the sound.
Is this record kind of like coming back home for you? Kind of like, that's always been in you as a growing up there, and then you did your thing, right? And then you came back to it?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it's definitely been there. Rock and roll is definitely my roots, but it's always been part of my life.
Yeah. Who else? Who's this band you got here? Besides Country Dave Harmison, who's a local hero of mine, who else you got here?
We got Steve Burnett on bass, who also moved up here from Houston. We got Adrian Van Battenberg, who's in a band called Jim's, a local band. And then, of course, Country Dave Harmison, pulling double duty. And then we're actually going to have our friend Mike Giacolino from Old Tinder guest harmonica on the next song.
Yeah, what is this next song?
It's called Honey.
Let's hear it.
It's been a long time now that we've been apart. Why'd you have to go and break my heart? Honey was pretty, but she was a ghost. Headed out to the west coast. Left me here in this dirty old town, and all I ever do is wait around. She said, boy, stop your crying. There ain't no living without dying. And she spent her whole life running around, and she was dead before she hit the ground. I've got a bottle that I'm gonna finish. Thinking of you is gonna do me in. Since you've been gone, I've lived a life of sin, but I'd love to see those pretty blue eyes again. She said, boy, stop your crying. There ain't no living without dying. And she spent her whole life running around, and she was dead before she hit the ground. But she lost her head. Married 3 times and had 4 kids. I'll never understand the things you've done. Honey, I'm lonely. Where have you gone? She said, boy, stop your crying. There ain't no living without dying.
right, Honey is that song by Ganges River Band. They're here in the Roadhouse. Great to have you guys here. They're playing this Friday at the Tractor Tavern as part of their, it's their first 20th anniversary show. We're playing with the Maldives and Lonesome Shack. And then also they're going to be at the Royal Room on February 27th down there in Columbia City. Great to have you guys here.
Yeah.
Now, that's not on the album, is it? That's another song.
No, that's a song by The Religion, which is Stephen and I's rock band that we had in Houston. So we're going to try and keep that band together and move them up here, but they couldn't make it.
Yeah. How's the reaction for the record been elsewhere? I know it's a self-release record. Sometimes hard to know who's hearing it elsewhere. It's probably self-distributed too or not. But have you heard reactions from around the country about it?
Not from around the country. We've been mostly local with it. We've gotten some really good reviews on it, though, and we sold a lot at the record release that we had last year at the Tractor.
Yeah. It's got a lot of soul. That's the thing that I think I like about the record, and particularly your singing, AP.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's the plan for the band? Is there going to be a follow-up record? You got plans to go forward with this? You're going to go back to rock and roll?
No, we're gonna try and put out another honky tonk album, and then maybe eventually do some more of the rootsy stuff with the rock and the folk influences. But right now we're concentrating on staying a country band.
Cool. There's a lot of song about drinking on this record.
Oh yeah,
a lot of drinking.
There was a lot of drinking involved.
6 bottles of wine. All kinds of. Is this part of your confessional approach to songwriting?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, what you know.
Is it a call for help?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, this is the Ganges River Band. Probably, I think, one of my top local records of last year. Just a great recording. Excited to hear what's going to come out next from you guys. This next song is about drinking now.
Absolutely.
This is 6 bottles of wine.
6 bottles of wine and a real good time. Old lightning's playing on a 45. Stuck out here in Houston, daydreaming about leaving, but I'm doing fine on 6 bottles of wine. Now I gotta get myself put back together, so when that alarm clock calls, I'll be dead for the better. Living life like a dream in a rock and roll band. But come Monday morning, I'm just a working man. 6 bottles of wine and a real good time. Old tenders playing on a 45. Stuck out here in Houston, daydreaming about leaving, but I'm doing fine on 6 bottles of wine. Now I got this girl swimming around my mind. Used to be so happy, now I'm just killing time. And oh, she looked so good, wearing my old flannel shirt. But now I cannot forget her, so I'll drink till it hurts. 6 bottles of wine and a real good time. And if Ford band is playing on a 45. Stuck out here in Houston, daydreaming about leaving, but I'm doing fine on 6 bottles of wine. Take us away, Dave. bottles of wine, and now I've lost my mind. Don't ask me who's playing, 'cause I've gone deaf, dumb, and blind, laying out on the floor while the room's spinning around. And I wish all these people would get out of my house, 'cause I was just fine. 6 bottles of wine, and I was still on time. On 6 bottles of wine, and I'd still be alive. On 6 bottles of wine.
The Ganges River Band, 6 Bottles of Wine. The self-titled debut record came out late last year. They're going to be at the Tractor this Friday. Highly recommend checking this show out. AP, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
This is KEXP-FM Seattle.